Uh-huh.
Because you were robbed.
I was robbed.
I thought he was gonna say. I thought he was gonna say he was a
Finally, you
Sagittarius.
told this story.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
This was her personality for months.
So basically, TLDR, a year and a half ago, I went to Disneyland with my parents, and then I came back, right? And then I opened the door to my house, and I realized that there's a bunch of shoes missing, and I'm like, what the hell? That's kind of weird. But I thought it was like there was like a shoe thief, or one of my roommates is playing a prank on me and just stealing like funny, like random bits of shoes. Then I drop off my stuff and I go to my bathroom, and then as I'm peeing, I look across my toilet. Well, like that's where my other shoes are, and I realized that the shoe thief has struck again, and I was like, are my roommates actually playing a prank on me? And then I realized my heart sinks, stomach tightens, and I pan in slow-mo to where all of my purses and valuables are, and the drawer is wide open and everything is gone. And then I'm like, oh my God, we got literally robbed. And then I panic, run to my jewelry box. It's not even there. There's no box. They straight up grab the box. So then I look to the security cameras, and then bam, these people made 6 trips in and out of my room from the hours of like 5:30 to 6. Okay, and they're using my bags to steal my stuff by the end of it. The first couple rounds are like really sneaky, like, you know, tiptoeing up my driveway, bing bing bop, and then by the 6th one, the man is doing spins up the driveway. He's literally like spinning, and like he's like super casual, got comfortable going in my room. And he left only the ugly shit.
So he had taste.
He hit a huge lick. Yeah, he had taste, and that was the worst part. He left all my ugly bags, and I didn't even want them anymore because I was like, they didn't even like the robber didn't even want them.
I was saying it would have, and I remember I couldn't share this at the time, but I had told you that I thought it would have been really dope if I had been the one who had actually stolen everything. And then for the next several years, Leslie and all the roomies, like on Christmas, get gifts from me, and it's all like Leslie's bags and shoes that I stole. And then they'd be like, oh my God, this is so nice, this is so good. And then I have gifts set up for a year. So I was thinking it would have been dope if I had been the one who did. I didn't do it, but if I did,
psycho stuff right there, man. What?
Anyways, that we can finally talk about. So then anytime any of us would be hanging out like at dinner or anything, Leslie's like, oh, can someone get me some water, please? I was robbed. Like that was just her person. Like anytime she needed anything, she would use the excuse that she was robbed. And at first, for the first week, it was like, oh my God. Like,
it's true. Leslie, well, everyone felt really bad for me initially, and it was really sweet. People were like, you know what? Yeah, like, you know what? We're so sorry. Sure. And then I guess it got a little overdone.
Okay, no, like for the first week or two, I was like, oh my God, like that's such an invasion of like your privacy and your person. Like that feels awful. Other people are like, oh, like, hey, I was robbed once. Like, yeah, it really feels awful. It's terrible. Like, yeah. And then after 2 months of you just be like, I was robbed, I was like, get over it.
Okay, wow, sorry. You were holding on to that.
Let me guess. And now, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you, Leslie. I forgot you just had surgery.
I did have small surgery on my wrist. But then, guys, let me tell you the other thing. And then, you know, I would like to hear about you guys, too, because I realize, you know, yapping a lot about myself here. So then, right? Okay, no, sorry. At the beginning of the year, okay, I was in my room, all right? The time is 4:45 in the morning. The lights are all off in my bedroom. I am dozing off. I'm on my phone, just like scrolling. And I hear a sound. And it's the sound of my sliding door being opened really, really, really quietly. Like, shh, you know what I mean? And then I sit up in my bed and I look at my door and I see a foot. Somebody is stepping into my bedroom at 4:45 in the morning. And then that foot is connected to a body, and that body belongs to a complete stranger, okay? And there's and there's a man in my room, okay? And I'm like, excuse me, excuse me, what are you doing in my room? And this guy goes, you left your gate open. I just wanted to tell you. And I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that I got mad at this guy who's just trying to help. In my head, I was saying this. So I'm like, oh my God, you're so fine. I didn't say you're so fine. I said, well, can you close it? And then he's like, And then he closes the door. And then as he's closing the door and walks away, that's when I realize, wait a minute. I don't think he was actually strolling by the house, saw an open gate, and went to tell me. I think he was trying to break in with malicious intent. And then I froze. I froze in my bed. I couldn't do anything for 20 minutes because I panicked. Because, by the way, what this guy had to do is he had to walk by our house if he's telling the truth. He had to walk by our house. He had to go up a gate and then go to the right, find our side gate, go into that side gate, sneak around the pool, and then open another gate, and then past my roommate's room, and then go to the very back, which is where my room is, and then sneakily open the door. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that happened like a couple months before I got robbed. Anyways, I couldn't talk about any of the stuff on stream because I was too nervous that the guy was watching or like would know or like people would be like inspired to break into my house again or something. So I was like, I just didn't say anything.
God.
It was horrifying. Anyway.
That's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, but like, no, but think about this.
Insane.
Because like, how many times am I awake at 4:45 in the morning? Like, I just happened to be awake. But, like,
thank God you were. Yeah, thank God you were awake.
Also, thank God it was like the most passive.
He got nervous when I called him out.
Breaking and entering person ever, and it's like got called out, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like,
right? Like in another timeline, Mans was like expecting the 1v1, and it was prepared, and was like, "What? Boom!" Sorry, that's the gun.
Yeah, what if he had like a gun or
That's
or
what
a
I'm
knife or
saying.
something, you know?
That's what I'm saying. And you don't know how they think about these things. They're like, okay, what happens if I actually come face to face with the homeowner? What do I do? Well, they prepared for these things. So I'm like, holy, I didn't think about it. But you know what? It was probably my disarming voice that saved my life, if you think about it. I was like, hello? And then I was like, well, can you close it? Like, they're like, oh my God, she believes me. I don't have to go to like stage B. And pull out the gun.
He rolled his his D20, right? And he hit the convincing. I'm like, yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, all right.
Persuasion.
Oh yeah, close the gate, yeah.
And I'm like,
okay.
Well, close it, please. I think about it not being. What if it also wasn't his first time doing it? Like, what if he'd been in before, taken some things, and left, like while I've been asleep?
Well, you guys know what that means. We got to let her win because she was robbed.
She was
and
robbed.
her house was broken into.
Right.
I mean, what are we going to do? Well, you know what I mean? What are we going to do?
Now I feel bad. We have to let you win, yeah.
Thank you. Only fives in Dress to Impress. Also, have you guys ever been robbed?
No, but a few months ago, I was this is actually kind of crazy. A few months ago, I honestly just played way too much of NoPixel and had done too many of the house robberies. Breaking and entry style, and I was like, I kind of want to see if I can do it IRL. So I was walking by this house that had a gate open, and I was like, fuck it, I can probably just get in this house. Right, I was a little nervous, so I didn't actually think of what to do if I ran into someone when I got in the house, right? So as I went in through the side door, the woman who lived at the house was actually so I went into the side door, and the woman who actually lived at the house was like, excuse me, what are you doing? And I panicked. I was like, oh, your gate was open. I was freaking out, right?
Yeah. And so what time was it? Do you remember what time that was?
I was trying to do it kind of in the same lens of in NoPixel, right? So I had to do it at night. It was probably 3, 4 a.m.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, smart.
We got him. We got him, officers.
Oh,
Sirens
past
in the
the Statue of Liberty. I'm good.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, it wasn't you. I saw the man. It was not you, and we have security footage of this guy, by the way, who didn't leave for another hour. Okay, he was loitering around the house.
I don't know how you would. I would be able to sleep for months. That's.
Oh, I was having troubles. Troubles. It was bad. I would cry a lot, and I would just wanna. I felt really icky, and then that's when I realized that in the span of living in that house, I had 3 strange men in my room at the hours of 3 to 6 in the morning.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm. Los Angeles, everybody! Woo!
Yeah.
Come live here.
Yeah.
Gotta move.
This is for all of you. Would you guys own a gun?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends where I am. Maybe Texas.
That's true. Yeah. I think location is very important. If I was in the U.S., probably. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you like own something that can protect you relative to like the environment you're in, right? I don't know, like a long dagger
in Texas,
and like some
everybody
drill
has
type shit to put on
has
when you fight
those
them.
has guns.
I used to have a little
just-
taser
you have-
when I was in Colombia, just in case I got robbed. Never got robbed though.
Oh,
I have a sword.
you just carry a
Wow.
sword
You
around
have a
with you?
sword?
I do have a sword.
Oh my god, Pro Dimhook's one of the...
You have? Is it for role play purposes?
No, it's not. It's actually used for wedding.
I have a
purposes.
katana, and any invader
Oh,
will face
no,
the wrath
Demoke,
of
you-
10,000
No.
folded Nippon steel. I've been practicing.
It's a wedding sword. It's ornamental. It's it's a
Does
gift.
it work?
It's very nice.
Like, will it hurt somebody?
It will hurt. Yeah, I mean, it's still like a blade. It's not sharp, but like you could still like skewer somebody.